Michael Jackson conspiracy. One of the biggest conspiracies there is, and it's a lot of different things that we can actually talk about when it comes to Mike. But today we're gonna talk about this video that I came across, and then we're gonna get into several other videos too. But right now, this is video. These two videos by my boy, the OG Ayatollah. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna check him out. Boss Talk 101. Of course, shout out to Boss Talk 101. Everybody over there, everybody down there in Texas, everybody out there in California, everybody everywhere. But specifically because these the two representations that right now, you know, I want to give a special shout out to them for research purposes only, educational, fair use. So let's get into it and check it out. Let's see. I got my let's stuff Wi-Fi on with this data. So you know, move it a little quicker.
That Elizabeth Taylor took Michael Jackson to the party, okay?
Get this going.
In some kind of way, in the party, it was induced in Michael Jackson OD.
All right, let's try this again.
That Elizabeth Taylor took Michael Jackson to the party, okay? In some kind of way, it was induced in Michael Jackson OD. Really? In 1979? 1979. So you saying did he pass away in 1979? So I wasn't there. Okay. Let me tell you what I heard. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Michael Jackson was deceased in 1979. When Las Vegas found out about it, they said they could not have a pop icon die in Las Vegas. They had just lost the R&B king, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
I gotta ask you something, and I was thinking about it. Michael Jackson was when Michael Jackson died. Man, you go get in the mic. I gotta go in the mic. Like, what did you think about it when he died? Well, let me say this, and I've expressed this to you before, and I'll give you a theory that a man gave me. One of my homeboys was one of the first black light men in Las Vegas. Okay. And he worked with Ben Vereen, Bill Cosby, when they did the Jackson Review. He was on the detail, and he ran with the family all while they was there. Now, we have an old white woman named Elizabeth Taylor. Been a pedophile, hanging out with Mike.
But it's allegedly. This is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say, I can't say whether Elizabeth Taylor is or isn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that. So I'm just gonna go with the alleged thing, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna say that. But we're gonna definitely let him keep saying what he's saying, doing his thing.
Hold on, Elizabeth Taylor was what?
A pedophile that hung out with Michael Jackson.
Her reaction, man.
Michael Jackson.
Why you call her a pedophile?
An old ass woman carrying a little black kid around. What was she doing?
You don't know what she was doing with that child?
Okay.
Was you there?
I don't know what a pedophile did with children, but It didn't look right to you for a child to be with her like that. I mean, a white woman?
She probably trying to give him a better life.
Okay, thank you very much, Cinderella. Didn't he have a dad?
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle toes. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle toes. The world is such a beautiful place. The world is such a beautiful place. Man, I love women. That's why we gotta be strong and protect our women, man, and guide them. They supposed to be in. There's nothing wrong with her feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a lot of people in the comments gonna shit on her, you know, but it's nothing wrong with making your woman live in a world where things seem beautiful to her and it seems crazy for pedophiles and all kind of weird shit to exist. Yeah, you want her to be in that world in her head. You do. Because she creates the world for the babies. So you definitely want her to be in a state of pure beauty and bliss. Your woman. Yeah, you do. But you also want her to be in reality too. And that's why he like... That's why he says Cinderella, run your shit though.
And a mama and sisters, and they was all black. So how did this white woman bring her? But he had Diana Ross, he had Gladys Knight, he had the Marvelettes, he had Porky Pig. What did he need?
Now mind you, we ain't talking about just some regular motherfucker. We talking about Michael Jackson. And this well known, he used to kick it with Elizabeth Taylor, but this part wasn't talked about.
Therefore,
She was older. She was well established.
Established?
Yes,
She was just an old rich white woman.
that had a lot of pull.
She didn't go and get Opie from Mayberry, did she? She didn't get Beaver Cleaver from the Beaver family. Where in there? If she's messing with little boys, why didn't she go get a little white boy? So she had been dealing with Michael ever since he was very young. I don't know about all that. How old was he when do you think? How young was he? I don't remember. She started messing with Michael when he was about 14 or 15. Wow. They was going out to dates and going to the movies.
When you was 14 and 15, what's the oldest woman you ever messed with?
Old people give you worms. I mean, shit, 14 and 15, I was in juvenile hall. I went to prison at 17. I'm a young masturbator. First time I had sex butt naked, I was 26 years old, baby. So sex me in my hand is just like a man. I said, no. I ain't in it like that. So
Cooked. And then this my thing. Black women, why the fuck y'all so goddamn combative? I mean, god damn. I'm black, I'm a Latino. Latino women, Hispanic women, yes, the motherfuckers is spicy. They hot, they can get ratchet. Black women, I'm fucking Creole too. First, I'm Saracen, Quapaw, motherfucking Indian. But yeah, I'm a black Latino. My heritage comes from mulattoes. We got paperwork and everything on the shit, like our family records and shit. But my thing is this: black women, why the fuck y'all so combative? It's like, yo, it's like some of you motherfuckers' existence is to simply just go against what a black man said. I don't ever hear you bitches dispute shit else nobody else say, my nigga. I'm not bullshit. I don't. Damn, let them talk his shit. But I get what she's doing. She's drawing contrast. She's playing devil's advocate, most likely.
when you think about her dealing with Mike at that age and them hanging out, parties going on, he's young, they're having the time of their life. She having the time of her life, so it says apparently, and I really like to get you the statistics of it, and we can say this, and I want to show you the transformation and how the change of Michael Jackson took place. Okay. It was said to me in 1979, Wayne Newton gave a party. I don't know if it was a birthday party, a freak party, or whatever kind of party it was. It was explained to me.
I don't know if he's talking about my nigga Ron Newt. You see, because you got to remember, For a lot of y'all don't talk to y'all elders. Y'all don't conversate with them. You damn sure don't listen to advice they give y'all monkey ass. So y'all wouldn't understand. Y'all so used to talking to y'all ignorant ass. For real. That's the generation we in. Where you motherfuckers is goofy as fuck. You're 14 years old, think you know everything on the goddamn planet. You ain't washed your ass properly. This is the generation we in. You know what I'm saying? So you damn sure ain't talk to no older folks to understand how the fluctuation of their words go. Shit, you ever went around? Hell, you might go around one of your grandma and grandpa, somebody right now, and they gonna call your ass the other kid name. Your motherfucking name Susan. Sarah, come over here and give me this. They don't fucking know, but they know what the fuck they talking about though. You best believe that, because they was around before fucking TV and brainwashing and tablets and all the shit that got y'all retarded ass blind.
That Elizabeth Taylor took Michael Jackson to the party, okay? In some kind of way, in the party, it was induced in Michael Jackson OD.
Really? In 1979?
1979.
So you saying did he pass away in 1979?
So I wasn't there.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I heard. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Michael Jackson was deceased in 1979. When Las Vegas found out about it, they said they could not have a pop icon die in Las Vegas. They had just lost the R&B king, Elvis Presley, 1977. They said it would be bad business. So I understood they went to the Jackson family and told them what happened, and that you got other sons. If we say this about Michael, and it'll ruin you, you'll be back in Gary, Indiana. Allegedly. All of a sudden in 1979, he's doing a commercial and a fire happened and his hair caught on fire.
Was that in 79? That was in the 80s, right?
79.
In 79, his hair caught on fire?
1979, the Pepsi commercial.
Wow.
So he was in hibernation rehabilitating, so they said that they had lookalikes because they were recreating a Michael Jackson and making a clone.
Wow.
In 1982, his first album after 79, you remember what that album was?
It went off the wall. What was it?
It was Thriller.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark.
Okay.
Thriller is about a zombie coming up out of the graveyard. Michael.
That's some wild shit. That's some wild ass shit, man. There's some heavy fucking allegations. But this is my thing. It's only heavy in this time period. Man, we knew something wasn't motherfucking right. Nigga, nigga, let me tell you something. TV, all that monkey ass shit you motherfuckers used to. When I was a little kid, it was something called Go Outside. Yeah, it was something called Go Outside. You didn't have a fucking phone. You didn't have shit, but you went outside. And in them times, it really wasn't a good way for them to fuck with what they showed us. So they mass media manipulation was limited, way more limited than right now. But deep fakes and all that shit, and body doubles and shit, that shit they was talking about that shit back then. This not this it's only like that to you motherfuckers because in this generation they got y'all so brainwashed to where the truth seemed crazy, what's bad is good. I'm telling you how shit work with you motherfuckers around this bitch in this time period. Now, the rest of the folks from other time periods, they just got to deal with it. Baby boomers, they got to deal with it. All the other motherfuckers, the people that's under y'all generation, they got to deal. They're not going to be like y'all. They already watching the examples and they want to have an understanding in life and do life different and all that good shit. But up until now, it wasn't far-fetched, man, because we always knew TV was fake. It was a time before reality TV, so this shit don't seem crazy. It just wasn't publicized. There was no TikToks, YouTube. There wasn't no way to show us these things that they, as older people, understood back then. Plus, it was just like, okay, you're just going on with life. It wasn't like one day we're going to sit and talk about this shit on YouTube. Nobody knew it was going to be a fucking YouTube. So going back to say, yeah, man, this shit is not as crazy as you think, because at one point in time, they really couldn't fake everything they was trying to do with us. Now they pretty much can. They can take your face, put AI voice fucking words on it. You know what I'm saying? So the shit that they witnessed and seen along with me, even though I was a kid, it was what we were seeing. Even the thing with the Tupac shit. I remember when they came on the news and said, "Oh, Tupac left in a helicopter." Real shit. So yeah.
Jackson's family was devout Jehovah Witnesses. They didn't believe in graveyards. They didn't believe. So the Jehovah Witness Church said they was barring the Jacksons away if they brought out that album. Allegedly, white America paid them $700,000 to let Miss Jackson be in, and the Thriller album came out.
Money talk.
Michael Jackson coming out the grave. A zombie. What is that telling you? What they call subliminal seduction. It's not the little Michael, it's the other Michael's out, right? So now we go on for 15 years. Now the weakest link in their family was LaToya. And when they thought LaToya ran out about what really happened to Michael. So amazingly in 1980, she marries an old mobster, 56 years old, to keep her quiet. And she was in seclusion for all that time with this old man. And the plot thickens. Now we go into 15 years of him having Pinkerton detectives, white people around. You can look from 1980 to 2005, and you'll never see Michael Jackson at one of the family functions. Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, and him and his mother was the closest thing. He was a mama's boy. Everybody else wouldn't party. Michael never did. So now, after they come up and they induce this clone, when they induce the clone can only last for 15 years. I'm not a scientist, but I heard, right? So Michael supposedly amazingly had these two babies, Blanket and whatever the other. So now, Michael having kids. A clone is just like a mule. He's sterile, right? So now, all of this time, now when the battery's running out of Michael, they put up this big tour, the Michael Jackson around the world. We're gonna do this with Michael. Michael's dancing for this and that. And out of all the time they've been giving him this medication, it was all white doctors, Then they get this Conrad Murray out of Houston, Texas, a black physician that never made $150,000 in a year. And they paid him $150,000 a month to tend to Michael Jackson, right? When you need a scapegoat, go get a nigger, right? So now, next thing you know, all of the white security, they done left the detail and they get the Nation of Islam. Make the blacks the fall guy. Now they start saying that Mike's a pedophile. He's doing stuff with children. Wow. Right? Now, all of a sudden, he overdoses. And it's Conrad Murray's fault? The doctors that gave it to him, they were never charged. No white people was ever charged in this, Let your man go over with your life. We're going to give you 4 years. You get out and go on back to Houston. Right? So now when the funeral takes place, and we start doing this little research on Michael, now it comes up that, I never had sex with Michael, was in vitro fertilization. Now, all of a sudden, the doctor that supposed to did in vitro fertilization said it wasn't Michael Jackson's sperm, it was his. Wow. Because them kids have no Jackson DNA in them. That's a fact. None of them. Nah, one of them. Neither one of them have Jackson nothing in them. They just pretty much told a lie just to make it seem as if Michael had kids. Well, you think that America don't lie to you? Wow. Wow. I'm tripping off of, because it seems that they said he owned the Beatles catalog and all. He owned the Beatles catalog, all of that. But where's the Jacksons don't own it now? It all went back to white America. The failed tour on him, I only heard You can research it yourself.
So allegedly.
Allegedly, that they got $6 billion for his cancel tour. Wow. What did the family get out of that? His catalog. What did his mother? Oh, they living good. But ain't nobody talking about it, huh?
Nah, everybody quiet. It's hush
And
hush.
Latoya came out when this happened. She said in an interview, my brother been dead.
Latoya came out and said it.
My brother been dead. Joe said it too. Not in there trying to
What
be.
interview did they say that in?
Go research it. Y'all smart.
I was just asking. I was trying to figure out.
I don't know if it was CBS, SBC, but down up in it, they may have just wiped it off the counter.
Wow.
But and they say she was hysterical, and she says that my brother's been dead. Joe even indicated it, and they start blackballing him.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Check it out, mad simple. After you're set up with your account, all you're gonna do is go up and hit the upload button. After you hit upload, it's going to give you a list of all the places your song will be distributed. You can release a single, you can release an album. You're gonna go ahead and pick your release date, type in the record label. If you're not signed or you don't have your own independent label, you can write whatever in that box. Drop and drag your cover art, pick your language and your genre, and you're pretty much done. For an artist about to upload your first song, make sure you visit distrokid.com.
They tell you what it is, and you see it in plain sight, and you think it's something else.
Wow.
Everybody was mad at me until a white woman confirmed it.
Coroners have officially pronounced Michael Jackson unalived between 18 and 20 years ago. Okay, then that puts the timeline between 1978 and 1979.
That they found his remains on Neverland.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Man, listen, man, you got me in so much stuff, man. Michael Jackson, the comment, it flooded, it went viral. Everybody was trying to understand how you came up with that. They started talking about the date. They said the date was, it was in 1984 that he had got his hair burned.
He got his hair burned.
Explain to me, just did he? But the overdose that you
The incident happened in 1979. Now, from what I understand it now, it was a look-alike that was in 1984 that they concocted the hair burning to go to the alopecia to say that his skin was changing while they were in corporation of making the clone.
Wow. And you know, in 84, I want to say that's the first time I see the glove.
Right, right.
The silver one glove that he would wear.
Yes, sir.
That's the first time I remember seeing it. Now, it might have been before that. I don't know, but that's the time I recollect seeing it.
Pretty much so. And what is it? What was the significance of the one silver glove?
That's what I don't know.
All right, y'all. This part 2. Going in a little more on the shit with Ayatollah, Marv, and Boss Talk 101. See about it.
Oh.
That's another hidden message, just like in Thriller, him coming up out of the grave. His family didn't believe in that, so everything is called subliminal seduction. They tell you what it is, and you see it in plain sight, and you think it's something else.
Wow.
Everybody was mad at me until a white woman confirmed it.
Coroners have officially pronounced Michael Jackson unalived between 18 and 20 years ago. Okay, then that puts the timeline between 1978 and 1979.
That they found his remains on Neverland. Why did they call it Neverland?
I don't know. Why did they call it Neverland?
Never, never, never. Whether he's dead, you never gonna forget Michael Jackson now.
No, never.
At the time of, it came up at the time that he was dealing with a child molestation. Michael didn't play with little kids like that. Not allegedly. I was not there. You dig what I'm saying? So I get this slack again. And I don't care whether Elvis Presley was the king of rock, the king of pop.
Yeah, they did say that.
I don't give a what king he was. He was a king, goddammit. Don't worry about that. You understand? These coons be nitpicking.
He said you didn't get it right.
Huh?
King of R&B.
He wasn't the king of
Okay, the king of pop. He was a king.
Who's the king of R&B?
I don't know.
They say R. Kelly is the king of R&B.
Okay, R. Kelly's the king of R&B. I rob banks. I don't care nothing about who's the king. And I'm just shoot the messenger.
One nigga said I rob banks. Fuck y'all want from me? Ugh, nigga. Now run out of weed. Gotta go get some more weed. Run out.
So you tell the story the way you told it. You didn't say, you say somebody in prison shared that story.
No. I didn't say somebody in prison. One of my homies, a guy from Piru Street,
Okay.
was a light man in Las Vegas. And he worked for the Jackson family. He was one of the first light men in Vegas. He worked for Ben Vereen, Bill Cosby. We had pave, anything we needed on Las Vegas Boulevard, 76 on, until this incident happened in 1979. Then he went dark. Went to his house, he wasn't at the house. Went there, like, man, where in the hell is Leonard at? You understand me? Like, man, I go to prison, I get out of prison in 1990. He's like under on crack cocaine. And he had told me this story. And when it was 86, he first told me the story.
In 86.
In 86, he told me, man, what happened to you, man? He like, man, this happened. And they start corrupting everybody that was associated with that. And I had to go under it. You're like, man, he gave up this man was making $250,000 a year in the 70s and wasn't selling drugs.
Wow.
And went from that to nothing. So I'm like, okay. Then when I got out in 90, he told me the same story. Or, man, what I told you about that, man, it's going bad. It's whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, okay. So I've been keeping it all this time, but I've been start researching the activities. Now, when you research the activities, you start looking at the changes. Well, one of the brothers in the Nation of Islam on the time that Michael was deceased, the clone Michael was deceased, when they took the clothes off, when they took his clothes off, his nuts was pink. A black man, we don't, everything. That's why.
No, wait a minute. They say when they took it for the autopsy?
He never had well, okay, there's another situation we go to. When they came in and took him, they said they were taking him to a chamber for his body to be frozen. That's what the family wanted, allegedly. So they was wrapping him and putting him in this thing for this chamber. Mysteriously, right after that, they said they cremated him.
Whoa.
Not that cremation is against Joe Willis, but they didn't cremate Joe. They buried Joe out next to the grave that Michael Jackson ain't in.
Wow.
So now we went from he was supposed to be frozen to having a secret cremation. But now in toxology, when you die from an overdose, they're supposed to get blood samples. They have no blood samples.
No.
Nothing at all that has the DNA from the clone Michael Jackson. So he's supposed to have 2 children, right?
Right.
Now the woman said, well, no, it was in vitro fertilization. We never had ugly as she is. She wasn't ought to get it from anybody.
Damn, man, he just put the bitch up there. It's ugly. Bring your shit.
But she said, no, she didn't have sex with Michael. And so now when it came to them taking a DNA on the children,
we knew that was bullshit. Them kids white and motherfucker.
the doctor that's supposed to did it, he said that the sperm was his.
Hey, man, one of them niggas named Blanket. Come on now.
Wow.
So the son is not Michael Jackson, it's his son. So it went over everybody's head. Now they got $100 million. Each of the kids.
Wow.
But they have no trace of Jackson DNA.
So do you feel like that was just a plot to get
It's
control
always a plot
of the money?
It's always the control. They said they made $3 billion for a council world tour that they knew wasn't gonna never happen. So since he died, accidental death, overdose at hands of another, what did Conrad do? He from Texas. He didn't know no better. He was following protocol. But they didn't arrest none of the other doctors who were supposed to have been injecting him with that,
No, they didn't.
We make all of us the fall guys. For 15 years, he was with the Pinkerton detective, white people. When it came for his demise, the last 3 years of this situation, when it came to the effect of him being accused of messing with kids, they hired the Nation of Islam. Why? Negro don't know nothing. We just impressed to be around,
Wow.
And when you see the Nation of Islam, the ones that did security, they wasn't ranked FOI. They were some young boys.
Wow. No, it definitely, like I said, it's mysterious how Mike moved, how he would go here and go there.
Man, Boss Talk 101, y'all gotta do another one, man. This shit lit in the motherfucker. Entertainment purposes only. I told Marv, goddamn, you snap, man. And I know a lot of people, this shit is mind stretching. It's unbelievable and all this good shit. But you see that the OG ain't just discrediting the shit. Because you see the gray on his chin. That ain't disrespect. That's season. Just like salt and pepper, that's season. Yeah, seasoning, yeah. Which means that he got the sauce, the game, the season. Yeah, that's what that gray mean. That mean him, the block, he done went around that bitch about 10 times and seen your ass standing there still. So yeah, that's why he ain't just discrediting it, because he know, hey, this world get weird. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna finish
how
this
they
video
portrayed
out.
him, and you made the statement that his mom really, you didn't see them together much after.
You didn't see them together at all for 15 years. And he was a mama's boy. He was, when my partner, he was telling me, Leonard said, like, man, when they used to go out, Michael would be at home with his mom. He never went out and hung out with girls. He never did this and this and that. He was a mama's boy. He didn't go out and express himself. But now, after this 79 to 84, you never seen him in any family pictures, Easter, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving. Oh, Michael called us. But he was never there present at any family function.
Wow.
What was the disconnect?
Damn. Well, there was certainly something disconnected. So, there you go. We got it. So, we'll get into some more videos, man. I just wanted to check that out with y'all. Appreciate y'all for, fucking with me and things like that. So, peace.